All right, Gabe Pruitt, if you can hear us down in the winner's circle, I think we're ready to roll with the post draw for the Kentucky Futurity. Take it away.
All right, Sam, thanks a lot. We are honored here for the Kentucky Futurity. We're going to have 14 horses entered. Of course, we've got 2 from trainer Noel Daly, 2 from the barn trainer Frank Antonacci, 14 in total, 2 divisions here of 7, and we'll get things underway. I'm pleased to be joined by the Executive Director of the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission, Mr. John Ward, of course, our presiding judge, Mr. Rich Williams, and also Tiffany Nesbitt, a contemporary mix artist from right here locally in Kentucky. So we're all set and ready to kick off the Futurity draw right now.
The first thing we have to do is there are 2 Frank Antonacci Lindy Farms entries that need to be split into separate divisions by ownership. Mr. Ward, if you would put each of those in separate piles. 2 Noel Daly trained entries that need to be in, just if you want, just drop one in there and one in there. How's that? If you will split those.
Of course, right now, as Rich Williams mentioned there, they're splitting up the Noel Daly entrance and the Frank Antonacci entrance, so those 2 have now been placed in separate divisions. Now we'll obviously split the final 10 horses to make the 2 fields of 7.
If you would, divide those up. You can deal off the bottom, off the middle, any way you want. So we end up with 7 on each side.
John Ward is doing the honors here. He's the executive director of racing. You know, my life as a trainer, they never would let me do this part of it.
Mr. Ward certainly in a unique position today, Sam.
Here we go. We're about ready.
And I'm going to check real quick to make sure that the trainers and everything were correct.
Not getting a lot of cooperation with the wind at this particular moment. But I tell you what, there's no rain.
That division is good and correct.
All right, looks like we are all set now with our first division. We've got 7 entered. Just had to make sure the trainers there were, in fact, separated correctly. We'll get underway with the draw here in just a moment. All right, we're all set and ready to go now. We've got 2 7-horse divisions separated for the first heat. Of course, this year, Sam, the first year, the Kentucky Futurity will go just 2 heats max. Whoever wins that second heat coming up this Sunday will be declared the Kentucky Futurity champion. Third leg, the Triple Crown purse of $600,000.
Mr. Ward, if you would show it to Gabe so he can read the name.
And our first horse out of the box, first division, will be Willing and Dillon. Trainer Dustin Jones, of course, the 2-year-old champion. Had a big effort here last week. He was first up, finished 4th in the Bluegrass division. And he will draw post 3. Post 3 for Willing and Dillon in the first division of the Kentucky Futurity. Second horse out of the box will be All Laid Out for trainer Noel Daly. All Laid Out. He was a close third in behind Spider Blue Chip here last week. He will draw post 1. Post 1 for All Laid Out. Next up is Spider Blue Chip. Trainer Chuck Sylvester, Ron Pierce listed to drive there. Spider Blue Chip, of course, a winner here in a Bluegrass division last Sunday. And Spider Blue Chip will draw post 5. Next, we've got High Bridge. High Bridge, a 55-1 winner. His last start there for trainer Jimmy Tactor out at Delaware, Jug Week. And High Bridge will draw post 7. Post 7 for High Bridge. Next up, we've got Lindy's True Grit. Lindy's True Grit. He was a close second here last week behind You're So Vain. Post 4. Post 4 for Lindy's True Grit. You're So Vain. Speaking of You're So Vain, a big rally here a week ago for the win. You're So Vain will start in the first division, post 6. Likely one of the favorites there, but You're So Vain. And finally, rounding out the first division will be Lauderdale. And Lauderdale, of course, will end up with post 2. Post 2 for Lauderdale in the first division of the Futurity. So once again from the rail out, Sam, first division of the Futurity, first heat. We'll have the 1 All Laid Out. Number 2 will be Lauderdale. 3, Willing and Dillon. 4, Lindy's True Grit. The 5 is Spider Blue Chip. 6, You're So Vain. 7, High Bridge. That's the first heat, first division of the Futurity. Looks like a competitive event at first glance. All right, now the second division of the first heat, EL Rocket. Treader Ron Burke, Yannick Gingras listed to drive EL Rocket. Will begin from post 5. Punxsutawney will begin from post 2. Coming off a second place finish here last week. Again, Punxsutawney, post 2. Next up is Creatine, who actually defeated Punxsutawney in that last start. Creatine for a locally based trainer, Bob Stewart. And he will begin from post 1. Post 1 for Creatine. Master of Law, the Kentucky Sire Stakes champion. He will begin from post 7. Post 7 for Master of Law. Home Turf up next for trainer Noel Daly. Home Turf will end up in post 6. Post 6 for Home Turf. Royalty for Life, trainer George Ducharme. Brian Sears in town for the drive. Of course, the Hambletonian champion, Canadian Trotting Classic champion. Post 4 for Royalty for Life. Maybe the Kentucky Futurity favorite. Again, post 4 for Royalty for Life. Finally, we've got Deadliest Catch for trainer John Dewar. Very nice effort here last week. He was actually finished in behind Creatine. Couldn't get out down the stretch. And Deadliest Catch will begin, of course, from post 3. So we're all set now with the two divisions. The first heat of the Kentucky Futurity coming up Sunday afternoon. From the rail out, it'll be Creatine. Punxsutawney will begin from post 2. Post 3 is Deadliest Catch. The 4-hole goes to Royalty for Life. Post 5 to EL Rocket. 6 is Home Turf, and the 7, Master of Law. So we're all set again. The third leg of the Trotting Triple Crown will go for a purse of $600,000. Another reminder, this will be the first year that the winner of the second heat will be declared the Kentucky Futurity champion. And I want to step in here just momentarily with our Executive Director of the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission, Mr. John Ward. Of course, has a tremendous past in the thoroughbred game. It has to be special here to be a part of a big event coming up this weekend at the Red Mile.
Well, it's always special to be part of an event that's got such champion-type horses and the quality of the U.S. trotters. So I'm going to be happy to watch it.
It should be a great event, competitive event in both fields. We look forward to it coming up Sunday as well. Again, Sam, we're all set down here for the Kentucky Futurity.
Thank you very much, Gabe. Great job down there, and we're looking forward to the Kentucky Futurity with a pair of eliminations this coming Sunday here at the Red Mile, post time 1 p.m.